I never saw it coming, but last night everything changed in an instant. My mind is still trying to make sense of it. In that moment, I felt like the world was turned upside down, and I had no idea how to even process it. The shock was like a wave, washing over me and leaving me breathless and uncertain. I thought I knew what to expect, but nothing prepared me for what happened last night. There are times when life surprises you in ways you never imagined. Last night was one of those times. I was left speechless, not just by what happened, but by the way it made me feel deep inside. What I experienced last night left me questioning everything I thought I knew about myself and the world around me. Last night, the unexpected happened, and my heart is still trying to catch up with my mind. The feeling was overwhelming, like my reality was shattered, and I was left piecing it all back together. Sometimes life throws us curveballs we aren't ready for. Last night, I felt every single one of them. Last night was a reminder that nothing is ever truly predictable, and our emotions can shift in the blink of an eye. I didn't know how to react, how to feel. It was a strange kind of shock that lingered long after the moment passed. What happened last night is still echoing in my thoughts, leaving me to navigate a maze of new emotions. There's a feeling that comes with surprise, a mix of awe, disbelief, and a little bit of fear. That was me last night. I can't remember the last time I felt this confused. My heart and mind are in a whirlwind after what I saw last night. The events of last night were so unexpected. I'm still trying to piece together what it all means. In a single moment, everything I knew to be true was turned upside down. Last night left me reeling. I felt like I was trapped in a moment, unable to escape the shock of what unfolded right before my eyes. The feelings I had last night are still so raw. It's hard to express how deeply they've affected me. It was as though time stopped last night, and in that stillness, I was forced to face something I wasn't ready for. Last night left me with more questions than answers, and the weight of those questions is still heavy on my mind. What happened was so surreal that I can't quite find the words to capture the depth of my shock. I thought I was in control, but last night proved that sometimes life has other plans. The experience was like a jolt to my very soul, one that I'm still recovering from. It was as if reality itself was shattered, and I was left struggling to make sense of the pieces. The shock of it all is still settling in, and my emotions are all over the place. Last night felt like a scene from a movie, too surreal to believe, yet here I am, trying to process it. I didn't know how to react because what I witnessed was so beyond anything I could have imagined. I've never felt so completely overwhelmed. Last night's events shook me to my core. The world felt like it had paused, and all I could do was stand there, trying to understand what had just happened. Last night changed everything: my perspective, my emotions, and the way I see the world. I'm still haunted by the feeling of surprise and disbelief from what happened last night. It was a moment that took me by surprise and left me wondering if I would ever be the same again. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forget the way I felt last night: the shock, the confusion, the awe. Sometimes life takes us down paths we don't expect, and last night was one of those moments for me. I was caught off guard, and now I'm left trying to process the depth of the shock I felt. The rush of emotions from last night is still reverberating in my mind, and it's hard to put into words. What happened last night felt like a shift in the universe, one that I can't quite comprehend. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or just sit in silence. The shock of it all left me paralyzed. What I experienced last night is something I won't soon forget. It's as if a part of me has changed forever. I was shocked beyond words, and even now, the reality of it all is still sinking in. I feel like I've stepped into a new chapter of my life, one that started with a shocking revelation. Last night was a reminder that even the most well-planned moments can be disrupted by the unexpected. I never imagined feeling so out of control, but last night made me realize how unpredictable life can be. I'm still in disbelief, trying to come to terms with everything that happened in just one night. It was the kind of shock that leaves a mark on your soul, something you can't easily forget. The emotions from last night are still swirling inside me, and I'm not sure when they'll settle. I never expected such a jarring experience, but last night caught me completely off guard. In an instant, everything I thought I understood changed, leaving me in a state of shock and wonder. It's as if the universe threw me a curveball, and I'm left to catch my breath after what happened. What I witnessed last night was so intense, it's left me questioning the very nature of reality itself. I was hit with a shock so profound, it felt like the ground shifted beneath my feet. The emotions I'm experiencing are a mix of confusion, awe, and disbelief. Nothing could have prepared me for this. Last night felt like an awakening, but not in a way I ever expected. It was more like a deep shock to my system. What happened last night left me questioning everything: my beliefs, my reality, and my place in this world. The shock of it all is still reverberating, and I'm not sure how to move forward from from such a profound moment. I was taken by surprise in ways I never imagined possible, and now I'm left to navigate the aftermath. Last night was a turning point, and even now I'm processing what it means for my life moving forward. The intensity of last night's events is something I'll never forget, and I'm still trying to find peace with it. Last night was a true shock to my system, and now I'm left wondering how I can make sense of it all. I'm still shaken by how deeply last night's events affected me, leaving me with a sense of unease and curiosity. The unexpected shock of last night lingers like an echo in my mind, refusing to fade away. I felt like I was caught in a storm of emotions, unable to find my footing after what happened. There's a strange beauty in moments of shock, how they strip us down to our rawest emotions. I thought I was prepared for anything, but last night proved me wrong in the most startling way. The weight of last night's events still presses heavily on my chest, a reminder of how fragile life can be. Last night felt like a dream, a vivid, startling dream that I can't seem to wake up from. It's strange how a single moment can change your entire perspective, leaving you breathless and reflective. I never realized how quickly the unexpected could unravel everything I thought I knew. Last night was a collision of emotions, fear, wonder, and a sense of profound vulnerability. The intensity of what I felt last night is still etched into my heart, like a scar that tells a story. Sometimes, the most shocking moments are the ones that leave us feeling the most alive. Last night was a jarring reminder of how unpredictable life can truly be, even in the quietest of moments. The feelings from last night are still swirling in my mind, pulling me in 100 different directions. I can't help but wonder if last night's events were meant to teach me something profound about myself. It's hard to put into words the depth of the shock I felt last night. It was both terrifying and enlightening. The rawness of last night's experience has left me feeling more vulnerable than ever before. Sometimes the universe speaks in ways we don't understand, and last night felt like one of those moments. I was left questioning everything I thought I knew, and the feeling of uncertainty is still with me. What happened last night wasn't just shocking, it was a moment of transformation I didn't see coming. The emotions of last night felt like a tidal wave, crashing over me and leaving me utterly exposed. I'm still grappling with the reality of what happened last night and the questions it left me with. The shock of last night felt like a mirror, reflecting parts of myself I wasn't ready to face. In a single instant, my world shifted, leaving me to navigate the unfamiliar terrain of my own emotions. Last night was a powerful reminder that we're never truly in control of what life throws our way. The impact of last night's events has left a permanent mark on my heart and mind. What I felt last night was more than just shock. It was a deep, soul-stirring realization. There's something unsettling about moments that shake you to your core, leaving you forever changed. The intensity of last night still reverberates through me, a stark reminder of life's unpredictability. I never thought I'd experience something so profound, so shocking, and yet here I am, reflecting on it. It's strange how moments of shock can bring clarity, forcing you to see things in a new light. Last night was an awakening, a painful, beautiful awakening that I'll carry with me forever. I didn't expect to feel so deeply, to be so moved by what unfolded right before my eyes. The shock of last night wasn't just emotional, it was physical, as if my very being was shaken. I felt like I was standing at the edge of a cliff, staring into the unknown after what happened. The experience of last night left me raw and vulnerable, questioning everything I thought I knew. Last night was a reminder that life doesn't always go as planned, and sometimes that's the beauty of it.